Hey, quick video on airflow. This is a huge topic. I'm gonna keep it mega simple here. And this looks like a wacky looking house, right? So I went very, very basic with this to just show you how air ventilates and circulates throughout a house. And again, there's a ton of different sciences to this and how to improve the circulation and ventilation in your house. I'm gonna keep it mega basic right now, okay? So really, what's the goal? The goal is to keep air moving. If air stays stagnant, if it stays dark in a dark, damp area, that's where mold can grow. If, for instance, I had a box, okay, and there was no light in there, no circulation, and we added a little bit of dust and we add a little bit of mist with like some moisture in there, that's a perfect experiment for a lot of mold to happen. That's obviously not what we want in our home, right? We want our home to be working with nature, not against it. And the homes these days are built very, very tight. You guys have probably heard that for energy efficiency purposes. And obviously you're gonna save some money on energy, but if you have homes that are too tight, it can cause a host of issues in the house with the circulation and ventilation, with condensation happening. And so I just wanted to outline briefly the importance of airflow and circulation. I'm a big fan of open windows personally. I just think fresh air is the best air for the most part. And so let's start first with windows and doors being cross ventilation, okay? Cross ventilation is good. It can be done for a period of time to allow air from one side of the house to move through and have a nice air exchange a little bit more forceful than what naturally is happening this way. So I know this looks pretty crazy. I was outlining the circulation that an HVAC system gives to the home already is just a forced air circulation. It's conditioning the home, conditioning the air. There's dehumidification happening with that as well. And so this is the HVAC system is basically exhaling and inhaling air all, every time you have that fan on and going. So that's important to keep circulation going if you have an HVAC system in your house. I'm not going to get into what's under the home with basements and crawl spaces right now. There's a lot of different factors there. We're going to talk about just some of the basics above ground. And so windows and doors can add to that a lot. Again, the goal here is if you have a stagnant area in the corner of a house and you keep a closet closed all the time and airflow is not getting there and it's dark, damp, stagnant air, we could potentially have a mold issue just from that stagnance, right? So something else I even tell people is when you're leaving town for a week or so, open your doors throughout the house, all of them. Let the air flow much, much easier, right? So closets, doors, leave them cracked, leave them open, and allow that air to circulate more naturally. I'm a big fan of fans. Fans are very good as well. That's why most houses have some already, attached to the ceiling. You can have your own air mover or fan as well to keep air circulating. And then with the attic, without going into too much detail, most attics have attic fans. That's usually a good installation to keep that vented out as well. The natural soffit vents is naturally moving air out, the ridge vents at the top. And then we've got the exhausts, right? These are from bathrooms that can pull humidity. This is from your stove as well that can vent all the way outside. Some homes, unfortunately, have been built where they vent from the bathrooms right into the attic. And so that's dumping that humidity into the attic. Not the best idea. It's best to be vented out entirely. So these are some ultra basics. I will definitely have more information on this in the future, but the whole premise here is keep air moving, keep it flowing, keep the home active in that sense, and don't let places in your home get too dark, damp, and stagnant. In that lifeless type of environment is where mold can thrive and grow much easier in and on the dust, in a humid area where humidity might get stuck. I've done many of inspections where there are closets or areas of the closet where that air can get trapped back there, and it's a perfect setup for mold. So the upside about some older homes is they're built a little bit looser, so this air does flow a bit easier. But I do hope this helps. There are definitely upsides to opening windows and just knowing how your home is constantly breathing and circulating air. So introduce cross ventilation. When you have air purifiers standalone in the house, maybe you have these different air purifiers, that's also helping with the circulation a bit. And just wanted to put this on your radar because it doesn't seem to be talked about as much in the mold world, but it's a very, very important preventative and maintenance process to be a responsible and healthy homeowner. Hope it helps. See you next time.